The topic for today is the place of role modeling and mentorship in parenting. The essence of role models, the place of mentors in the lives of our children as they grow up. When my mom encouraged me to go to church and join a church and be active in church and participate in church and be involved in various activities in the church, in the process of being involved and participating, that helped me to connect with role models and mentors. Those role models and mentors have influenced me in many ways in the decisions that I have made in my life, in the choices I've made in my life, the friendships I've made in my life, decisions regarding my career that I've made in my life. And I would say it is very important for you and me as a parent to be keen on the kind of people that influence our children. I was influenced by the people I interacted with in church while I was a young boy as I grew up. And I would really appreciate the people that God brought into my life that became my role models and my mentors. Pastor Benjamin committed himself to nurture the talent of playing musical instruments. And today I look back and say that he contributed a lot in my life by helping me to grow and to nurture my playing of guitar, my playing of keyboard, because he saw the talent in me and challenged me to continue to practice, enhance the skill, sharpen the talent as a teenager, as a young man. I would mention Pastor Benjamin Nyamai, Pastor Joshua Wambua. When I was in class 8, Sister Zipporah Mumbe, the work you did in being a real mentor to me, the way you committed yourself to talk to us, to myself and the rest of my classmates, class 8 Sunday school, speaking passionately to us about purity, living an upright life, your concern and commitment for our lives. As I talk to parents today, I would say that for sure you did the work of a real mentor, and may the Lord God Almighty bless you for the work that you did. The words that you poured into our lives through speaking to us, through writing to us, I still remember. I always remember those words, and I pray that they will continue to be actualized in my life. That greatness that she declared upon my life, those words of encouragement, those words of hope. As a parent who has a daughter, who has a son, does your son or daughter have a role model? Does your son or daughter have a mentor you may need to engage them to know, especially for preteens and teenagers? And with that, you'll be able to build a conversation to help them to know who should be their role model and who should be their mentors. We may not be the ideal role models that they would love to identify with, the real mentors that they may desire to have. Then ultimately, they may identify with other people or may mislead them. And the challenge to you and me as a parent is to get concerned and become more interested in knowing who influences the lives of our children. Who are the influencers? Who are the people who shape the opinion? Who are the people who shape the mindset of our children? Who are the people who influence the decisions that our children make concerning everything, concerning the kind of music they listen to, concerning the career they choose, whatever they desire to pursue in their lives? Who are the influencers in their lives? Who are the people that guide them? Who are the people that they idolize? Who are the people they look up to? Who are the people they admire? Who are their real examples? Who are the real mentors and models? Their dressing style? Who are the people who influence their opinions concerning various things? Who are the people who influence their hairstyles, walking style? Who are the people who influence the words that they use? Do they use cursing words? Who are the people that influence those words? They exhibiting some behaviors that as a parent you're getting concerned about. You need to get concerned to ask yourself as a parent, who are the people who are influencing the lives of our children? I also remember one of my role models and mentors who influenced the choices about my career, Sister Gladys Modeu. The times we would sit and we would discuss, because you joined university and became an influence in my life that made me desire to work hard in my primary school and even high school so as to join university. I admired just being called a university student, and I thank God for you, for the influence, for the exemplary life, for the things that you say to be up to me about life, about relationships. I appreciate your openness, Sister Gladys. May the Lord bless you so much for pouring your life and your heart to influence the decisions that I made concerning relationships, even later on in life. I still remember your words of wisdom about the choices and the lessons you shared about your life to me, to help me, to guide me, and to instruct me. May the Lord God Almighty bless you. Fellow parents, it is very important for your son, for your daughter, to have positive people or people who positively influence him or her in decisions and in everything that they do. You may not be the real model or the real mentor to your child, but you can connect your child to the right people who will be ideal role models, the ideal mentors. A role model is a person that you look up to, a person you admire, a person you would want to be like or become like, a person who is an example or whose life is a good example for you to emulate or to follow. A reference point for your life as you make decisions, a person who influences your decisions. A mentor is a trusted and experienced advisor. There are two aspects that stand out about a mentor. Is first and foremost, a mentor is somebody who has some experience. They have gone ahead in some areas, in various aspects of life, or they have gone ahead of you in all aspects of life, and they have that experience and they can be trusted. Mentorship is built on trust. They can be trusted to advise on various areas of life that you desire to grow in. You can pour your heart to them. You can share experiences, your frustrations, your failures, and they can lift you with their wisdom, with their encouragement, with their advice. And I look back, as I mentioned earlier, the people who became my role models and others became my mentors. I mentioned Pastor Benjamin. He committed his time, he committed himself, he sacrificed to help me to nurture my talent and gave me opportunity and room and walked a journey with me and helped me to shine and gave me a platform, an opportunity in church to play musical instruments, and I can call him a real mentor in my life. The other person I mentioned is Sister Zipporah. Sister Zipporah committed her life to talk to us while we were in class 8 and spoke to us like Paul would speak to Timothy, advising us about many aspects of life, choices, friendships, decisions, and purity, living a life of purity and exemplary life. I remember the letters she wrote to me, letters of encouragement to build me, to challenge me, to encourage me. And even to date, I remember those words and the prayers that she made for me. God used her to influence a lot in my life. The third person I've mentioned is Sister Gladys Modeu. Encouraged me in terms of career choices and relationships. So looking at those people, they influenced and shaped a lot of my value system. We need to look to help our children identify role models and mentors in their lives, because these are two categories of people that are very important. Who influences your son? Who influences your daughter in all aspects of their lives? Are they following a certain secular musician, cutting their hair like a certain person? Maybe they are being influenced by people you do not know. Maybe they admire those people who smoke weed. Maybe they admire people who drink. Maybe they admire people who are careless with words. And you're wondering who is influencing. It is up to the time you get close to your child and find out who is influencing their lives, their behavior, their words that they use, everything that they do. At that point, you will understand how to approach it. Finally, two main approaches to role modeling and mentorship. Number one, the best person to be a role model or a mentor to your child is you yourself. You can research, you can read, you can inquire, you can consult how you can do it so that you become a source of influence to your child. If you cannot influence your child, someone is influencing them. If you cannot influence the thinking of your child, someone else is doing it. If you cannot shape the lifestyle of your child, someone else is doing it. If you cannot shape the lifestyle of your child, someone is doing it. That is first. The first approach is be involved in role modeling as a parent. Be a real mentor to your child. Number two, you may not be the ideal mentor, the ideal role model to your child, but just like my mom did, she connected me to people that shaped my lifestyle. She helped me a lot by encouraging me to be involved in the church. In the process of being involved in the church, I identified role models, mentors that shaped my life since the time I was a young boy. So as a parent, for one reason or another, you feel limited, you feel you may not do the best in being a role model or a mentor. Make sure that you connect your child to the right people, single mothers, and especially single mothers of boys. As a single parent of a boy, you need to identify a sober and a responsible, mature man who can walk closely to your son, who can influence their lifestyle, who can influence their thinking, who can shape their character, their behavior and lifestyle. Because if you do not do that, you cannot take the place of a man as a single mother. Do not close him, do not hide him, do not allow him to explore by himself. Otherwise, if you do not do that, he will be guided by the movies that he may watch, by the soap operas that he may watch. He will see other men smoking and think that that is how men should behave. He will see men in the neighborhood drunk and walking carelessly and aimlessly. And that could become his worldview about life. He may think that men should be drunk and should walk aimlessly, carelessly, and staggering. It is possible that he can take up that lifestyle, and by the time you try to restore him, he will be lost. So parents, role modeling and mentorship is very critical in the lives of our children. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you have learned something. I hope you have enjoyed. Please subscribe to this channel and let's meet in the next topic.